So that's the thing we can see. Oh, now she's out. Yeah, I think she's
Technology.
yes, having some connectivity issues. So we'll just give a
Yeah.
few more minutes to come. Like I said, this is a good time to share and share and share and share this information. Um, okay, all right. So, wow. We know that for the first time in our lifetime, we are doing something to help us uh, gain our freedom. You know, our topic is Nigeria, the British offshore business enterprise, and we all know that. And we have some videos to back up what we are talking about today. What they hello? Oh, are you kidding me? I don't see you. What a minute, are we even still on? 6 August, are we still on? Where's my screen?
Yes, I think so. Let me check once again. Yeah, we're on Facebook.
Okay. Let's see if they're doing magic. Okay, here we are. Let's see.
Who's that making noise?
Um, okay, now the same is here twice. Are you in?
So, can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, something is definitely going on. Something is blocking something for sure. You know, this week Facebook announced that they changed their name to Meta. So this one is Mecca, and Mecca share, Mecca share for sure. Who knows what they're doing? Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
go ahead. We're waiting for you.
Thank you, sisters. Thank you, viewers. We appreciate you. No matter what they do, we're here. We know what the assignment is, and we're here to do it, and we'll continue to do it until we get what we want. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being patient with us and the technology. Am I coming out?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Dr. A.P. Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. Um, Life is like a race. For some, it's a sprint. For others, it might be marathon or endurance race. Whatever yours is, a little kindness from others will help. No matter how difficult a problem or a challenge is, a culture of being kind to one another will make it easier. Please, as we journey through this difficult and dangerous path, find time to care for one another. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yep, because we are all in this mess together, right? So the earlier we
Yes.
recognize that we have to solve this problem, that we are the stakeholders, and that's one of the things that we have made it clear on this show that you should not allow someone else to do it for you because afterwards they will enslave you. You will have to owe them for the rest of your life. So this is a good time for you to do what you can as the shareholder and make this process work. So as our topic said, Nigeria, the British offshore business enterprise. We all saw the warship training the Nigerian Navy. Do we even Nigeria has a navy? I mean, I'm confused. Which navy do they have? Is it the one in the dry land or the one in the ocean?
No, the one they were trying to build somewhere in Kaduna that doesn't have any, maybe Kaduna or one of those K states that
Yeah.
doesn't have any waterways, that doesn't have any water to berth the ship.
How come they didn't go over there, the dry ship, the dry land, or the dry offshore? How come they didn't land there? I mean, they are business partners.
They've been sucking our oil. Who knows this time around they'll start sucking our water. Maybe they're planning to have a big fight.
Wait,
Build a big
I've
space.
never seen, your business partner opened a dry land wharf in their land. And then when you brought your ship, you came towards Lagos. That doesn't even
Lagos, one. Yeah, so why didn't you come through Kano or Kaduna?
They're deceiving themselves.
Eh?
Mhm.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Wow.
We have come. We are with them. As they, when they enter, we enter with them. When they come on top of the tree, we climb with them. Any style they want, we are here.
You can say that again, my sister. So, like our topic said, Nigeria, the British offshore business enterprise. We've all heard about Daphne Park. In 1992, mentioned that when you set people discreetly against each other, they will destroy themselves without you doing anything. Actually, I posted a long article about this on our Facebook page. If you want to go look it up, it's there for you. So it has been an open secret that the wealth of the indigenous peoples of Africa built the civilization of the Western world, and currently they are still building the civilization of Western world. Apart from all the stolen properties that they took from us, resources, the human capital that left Africa over 400 years ago, which is nothing compared to the number of Africans and African children lost to gruesome war stage managed from foreign lands. Like we said, we have videos to show one of this. Our sister, Dr. Arikana, she was one of them at some point, and she was the one that came out. Like sister, our other sister that the husband just recently died, Akunyere, right? Akunyere, the same way she came out screaming when she saw something wrong, and before we know it, Abarakata, but people that didn't suffer from breast cancer, she died. So at least with Dr. Rikana, they didn't take her out, they just removed her from the position. But thank God she was out there speaking. So the question is, how long more are we willing to allow this madness? How long more are we going to watch the people that don't care about us? Instead of bringing food, they are bringing worship. People are dying of hunger from COVID. Our youngsters don't have any job. Nothing is working in Nigeria. Instead of you guys to bring economic package, they are bringing us worship. To teach us to go to war with who again when we have not eaten? Which war are we preparing for? So is it fair that we are dying every day because some criminals want to steal our resources for their people? We know what they've been doing. They will eat until they weigh 700 pounds. One person weighs 700 pounds. When our own little ones, from the pictures and videos that we showed today, you will see children, they have not eaten that you can even see the malnourishment on their head. Hmm. Even if we cannot be caught loose on the ground of, let's say, economic health, what about humanitarian grounds? When will all the lies and the negative manipulations of the political atmosphere of Nigeria and other African nations end? Have we not died enough? Have we not suffered enough? So we don't deserve a place that we can call home? They have done all manner of stuff, imposed one Nigeria on us. They imposed a master slave constitution worse than anything that anybody have ever. They even recognize that it's a pressure cooker for injustice. Lied against us, saying that we swore to live together in a union of death and backwardness. Yet we are flying all over the world trying to live the same Nigeria that they're claiming is the most populous country in the world. They will impose the worst leader. If they find anyone that is trying to do well, you're out. You have to work with them. They will impose greedy political class to enslave us and subjugate us. They will allow them to bring our resources to their land and buy homes and buy properties and buy whatever and pack some in their bank somewhere they're not even using. As if that's not enough. They imported and imposed terrorists and bandits on us, creating a monkey they walk and baboon they chop. Slow death kind of situation for us and our children and make fun of us. We are shithole, we are hungry people, we are 419ers, we are criminals, we are everything. When they are stealing billions. Our brother will do a little bit of Yahoo Yahoo for $1,000. It will be on all their evening news. But they will show you the plane that is flying from Poto to carry all the resources. Only the living is afraid of worship, guys. Dead people do not fear any worship, call it British worship or whatever you want to call it. And in case they miss the names like Ekumeku and Aro warriors in their history book. They may go back and update on that information. Those who perpetrated evil against others may still be the victims of their evilness. My people, we need to wake up. The more we look, the less we see. We know what these people are all about. I could remember when people are so into wanting to go to London and America, and even they even went to Russia. I met so many of our people back then. They were going to Russia to go and learn Russia then before they can go to school. When we have the resources to speak our language and be in our own land, all strategic, intentional, planted, displaced us everywhere. That even some of us who we have worked for years and come back, we're still fighting for them. If you mention Britain, they will say, shut up. You don't know if they are Igbo now or British, or if they are Yoruba or British. They will even fighting for people. The British person would allow you to verbalize your feelings. But the enslaved ones will fight you if you mention the name. That's how bad it is, my people. But we, the daughters of the land, are saying no more. We are saying no more. Enough. This is not favorable for our children. This is not sustainable for our children. We cannot watch this fakeness anymore. We are okay with who we are. We want to be able to live in our ancestral homes and take care of our children and do what other people are doing, and we are capable of doing such. It's about time we take our future back into our hands. It's about time we rise up and do the right thing. It's about time that we follow the due process to get us where we are going, so that we are not being distracted. Koroganela, Korogana. All we're doing is consuming what China is manufacturing. We can't boast of anything. What we are boasting is, I'm the first one that brought the American car into the village. So you cannot produce common engine oil to go into the car. Pathetic. So I'm going to play the video of the day, sisters, if you want to add while I bring up the video.
Yes, I mean it is really pathetic that at this juncture we're still clamoring for the Mapanda Blue status. It is really, really pathetic. And as you rightly said, the first guy to bring an American car into the country will want to boast about it. But the truth is that way back as that, I think it was during Abacha's time, one of these popular engineer from the Igbo origin tried to build a car. He built the first car here in Nigeria. All the raw materials were sourced in Nigeria. But at the end of the day, because of this caliphate, when we talk about caliphate, we said that they have been working towards this thing for a very long time. They have been working towards this as long as they had their Osman Dan Fodio. They have been working towards it. They never allowed it to see the light of the day. You can imagine if he had built that car then, probably we will not be importing all these their used cars over to the nation. But they never allowed it. They not only seized the technology that the guy had there, they actually, I can't remember if he was even in prison for trying to make life free and easier for our people. So this has been ongoing. It has been ongoing. The British trying to bring a ship down to Lagos. They know what they are doing because they are afraid that their source of livelihood, which is African nations, their source of livelihood is about to be, truncated. So they are not here to promote or protect the people. The people that are being killed, we've been shouting that our people are being killed. We've been shouting that the bandits are killing our people, that the presidency has a hand in it. They are not talking about it. They want to come and protect their own. Sister Muna, is it ready?
No, my dear.
Okay. So they are here to protect their own interest, which is the resources. Because without that resources, the Queen of England will not be able to wear that diamond. You see all the tiara that he has on his head. Any of tiara, it will sustain an African country. Trust me. If they sell one of these tiaras, it will sustain an African nation. But they will not allow it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, hold on. Before you go, so that we'll explain our people the video that is about to come. This is our jingle. Says, "Are you hungry?" What happened? That's funny.
No, because I can actually sing along because
Okay, okay.
it's hallelujah and what is
Yeah, so we
what's
want
that?
our people to have this. This is our new anthem. This is our new Hallelujah song. Because we can't be dying. Our people are dying, our children are hungry, and you're singing hallelujah. Hallelujah to what effect?
So what effect?
You see, some of the pictures in this jingle, it's the 200 million, the 2 million Biafrans that were starved to death.
Mhm.
This video, these pictures are very, like, they touch our heart. Because each time we see them, they remind us of what happened. Some people are still alive today. The word Kwashiorkor started with us.
Mhm.
Some people, when you mention Biafra, they go into panic attack. The people that went through it. It happened to me. The time I was still in IPOB, I had a profile, IPOB with Biafra flag. Somebody, an elderly man, saw it. He went into panic attack. He was like, pull down that thing, pull down that thing. I'm like, it's on my profile, not on yours. He's like, okay, I can't call you anymore because I can't see this. Because he remembered when the gun was placed on his head as a teenager. The only thing that saved him was like he's a little kind, like a handsome guy. So then he looked a little like a woman. Somehow they got confused and said, "Oh, the other said he's a woman. Levi is a girl, and he was a boy." And that was why he was. So each time he sees that flag, he comes back. That post-traumatic stress disorder will come back to him.
That was never addressed.
That was never addressed. Because when you finish a war, people are supposed to go through therapy.
Exactly.
Our people did not go through therapy. Nothing was done for our people. Even to mention the word Biafra, they will take you out.
Mhm.
We've gone through this for 50 years, going through cold turkey, trying to do
Money.
the therapy for us by ourselves. And the more we try to come out, the more they push us down. The more we try to come out, the more they try to they push us down. In that war, we lost over 3.5 million people massacred and killed. Now, they're killing everywhere in Nigeria, but we are the ones that were killed as a sample. What do you do to a people that say, no, we want to be free? They killed us. Now, the genocide is now going on. In Middle Belt, we have 400,000 killed. I didn't say 400 people, I said 400,000 killed. 350,000 refugees.
Hmm. Hmm.
4 million displaced from their homes and communities. The secret is anytime they find anything in your land, be it gold, be it zinc, be it cobalt, anything they need,
Any
they will get
material.
another tribe to begin to fight you
You.
and kill you off. That's what you see Mr. Mona read at the introduction. Anytime you see a black group killing another black group, look behind. There's a white hand under it.
Yep. Yep.
Go and do your investigation properly.
Yep.
Be it
Yep.
in Southern Sudan, be it in
Yep.
South Africa, anywhere their finger is under. So right now, as we speak, 4 million have been displaced from their homes and their communities. We have 2 million IDP camps, internally displaced camps. Camps.
Come, so
Camps. 2 million camps.
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 That means that at least on the average they would have at least 100,000 per camp.
Of course, because we have 4 million displaced.
Hey.
We're not talking of people that have been displaced to Benue, Yoruba people that have been displaced. And somebody thinks you can keep quiet, you should keep quiet and continue like, hey, yeah. And this is what we're telling the main trouble has not even reached Igbo land.
Mm-hmm. It
The
has
people that are going through it now are Middle Belt. It's when they finish with those ones they will come to us. That's still preparing for us. You see the worship they brought. That one is for us. Because they know we are in TK. We are not listening. So they are still preparing for us. And that's what we're telling you people. Please stop this running around. Follow a strategy. Understand the strategy on the table. So that we don't make a mistake the second time. There's no need. If you are inside the water, there's no need to allow soap to enter your eye and you cannot wash it out. Please, Sister Mona, go ahead.
All right. So we'll post this video in our Facebook page if you want to hear it. As we're telling you, Americans are worried about Christmas and time off. We're worried about hunger. They're worried about the things that they place online if you come in front of their door before Christmas. But my people can't find food to eat. They are hungry. They're hungry. Jesus, everybody, they're hungry. So sad.
So please help us to share. We want this to be the new anthem. And we appreciate people that sat down and put this together. So beautifully done. This is a summary of all that we've been through in years, 100 years, over, counting. So please share this to them. Why we know that this will resonate with them because this is their hallelujah anthem. And it's our own hunger anthem. So share it to them because this is what they have packaged. Send it to them. Let them hear. This is our own hallelujah anthem coming from Africa. And it's the same for everyone, all African nations. And we're saying it is no longer okay that Africa is full of resources, yet Africans are hungry. We are not taking it anymore. And we are calling all the daughters of truth, Umade Zioku, all the women that are standing for truth. Please stop playing around. Get serious. If you know that you have ever got pregnant in your life and brought a child into this world, and that child is an African child, you must stand up now. You must stand up now. The second video that Sister Mona will show is about how they've scattered us all over the world. Intentionally is a strategy. We told you that what is happening in Africa is multifactorial. The strategy they have is to, because they recognize that we have so much resources. So either they don't kill us, either they use war and kill us, or they will displace us intentionally from that land, forced migration. Or they will give your doctors documents to come and practice in their country. Meanwhile, their people have not been trained. They will give your teachers, nurses, everyone, professionals to leave Africa and come to their land.
And we are happy. Oh, I got my visa. Woo, I'm moving.
Now giving testimonies. That's inside church. Yes, my brother just got admitted in London. And my sister is a medical doctor in Spain. And my brother is a nurse in America. And that's your testimony. He gave birth to 7 sons. All of them are scattered all over the world. And that is your testimony. You are happy and you are bragging that you gave birth. And you are populating the world. That the world is using you as incubator. Like when you go, you get pregnant, give birth to children, and populate their land. Very soon now, Canada will come. Hey, God is killing us, so we don't have people in our land. We need population. Come. If you're not, come. Everybody will be moving. As you're giving birth, like chicken, they're calling them to their land. What is happening to your own land? Your land that is so blessed. Your land that is so full of resources. In the area I come from, if you eat mango and drop it in front of your house, it will grow.
Immediately.
And bring the fruit.
You won't even need any fertilizer.
No fertilizer. This is the garden of Eden.
The real one that they talked about, not the one that.
They think that we don't deserve that land.
I know.
That's why they are forcing us out of the land to go and serve them and be enslaved. And you say, I'm making $200 an hour.
Yeah.
You will get 4 degrees to be a child nurse.
Yes. Meanwhile, they just read the secondary school. When they finish secondary school, it's the GED. They can do anything with that
certificate, of course.
You have to get 4 doctorate degrees. Yes. You have to get 4 doctorate degrees. Yes, you come down and be under them. Who did all this? Who did all this? But people, can't you see what is going on? Please, it is ready. Listen to this young man lament.
Hi. God is speaking to us. If anyone is hearing our voice anyway, and these things that we are mentioning is not touching you, you need to go and check yourself. Don't be deceived by the dollars that they are making here. Don't be deceived by the pounds. We have the resources that they need. They want you out of that land by any means necessary.
Of course.
Any means necessary.
You know, Sister Augustine, we're talking the other side. Okay, the other time, they say, okay, a green card, what citizenship. Why did that tie you to marriage? Why did they not say it, okay, if you go to school, then you do something or something? Why is it that you have to marry their daughters and start giving birth again for them? Why do you have to marry their men and be giving? Why? Why is the scheme that way? What is it?
And they freely come to the African nations without all this extra stress.
No. There's no
They
stress.
don't have to marry an African person to get
No.
citizenship.
No.
They're not working. They're
They're
buzzing
working. They're
and
probably
buzz out.
working. But you have to trek through the
But you
desert.
have to, oh, Jesus.
Your children have to go through the desert. Why is it so? Why is it so? I was talking to some of my classmates. I said, why is it so? Can't you see what is going on? Why are you happy being exported? You finish medicine, they export you to another land. How are you happy? The people that you met there, why are they there? Why did they come to Africa to treat your people?
You finish medicine, they export it to another land, and they get the ones that did not even go to school, to come and open hospitals in Nigeria.
Because our people deserve them.
Because I think deserve that. Yeah. People that will give you, they'll give you Tylenol and you feel that you're okay.
Yes. And then the next thing they bring, what's that lottery they do? Green card lottery. Everybody's winning lottery. Hey, I got lottery. I got Mr. Lottery. Hey, I'm going to America now. My whole family, we are packing. You come here. Your mother that is 18 years that you know our people hate cold. You will put your mother here and make her citizen. And your father and your mother that are here. They be at home that they build with sweat.
Hey, too much.
Who did us this? Who did us this? Can't we see what is going on? And then when you want to be free, you're working on your stuff, they will bring people to plant in midst of you, causing confusion between all of you. You'll be blaming one another. It's your fault. It's your fault. Why are you not checking that person that is ahead of that was a trouble? Have you considered that maybe he was brought to come and cause trouble and distract you? No, you are worshiping, or your own is to worship.
They worship visa.
Why can't
They
you think?
worship everything. Anything that is anything, you worship.
When we come here to point out the truth for you, you start attacking us. Why are you attacking us? Are we reminding you of things that you ought to know? Are you running away from your own shadow?
Your own responsibilities.
Are you running away from your responsibilities? Why not calm down and listen? For what? Sit down and think. So that you can understand what you're saying.
That boy, they know they hear one. Your mother will not keep her head until you do the right thing. The right thing must be done.
What are your final thoughts? You have studied the experiences Africans are having in this country, closest Africa.
Personally, I want to speak to our politicians, and I call them sellouts, because they are not looking at the interests, the needs, the vulnerability that constrain people to migrate. Because to the Gambia or to Senegal, to African political leaders, it is convenient. Even if we die in the streets, even if we die in the sea, as much as we can send remittances, it is convenient for them that we, the youth, who are potential revolutionaries, lead the country and let them to dictate. So I am telling Africans who are there that I am guilty for being here. If you come here, you are running from your war. You are running from changing Africa. And the generations that will become failures as well, I contributed to it, and you are also contributing to it. So if I am speaking and if you can hear me today, I am saying I should get back. And then we should work on what is happening because the future is in Africa. But the real question is the future in Africa for Africans? Are we talking about Chinese colonialists or we are talking about multinationals who have stolen us the traditional livelihoods that in fact we hate ourselves? Africa is still a colonial economy. It depends on what people are running from. We cannot talk about the solution without talking about the causes of the problems. It will be false that we will talk about, okay, people will stay there. But we all live in one system, capitalism, that creates illusions in everyone. I want to live in a house. It doesn't matter whether I live in the village or not. Well, who am I not to hope that I need the best for myself? We are slaves everywhere. We are discriminated. We are stigmatized. And I am not saying this is particularly Italy. But what are the other European countries who are helping Italy with the load of the migration since 2015? Why is Africa enslaved? We are poor. We will never be poor. The future is still there. The question is, who is this future? Is it for Africans when we all run from the things that we should try to make up there?
Oh, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
You can see the passion in his voice. You can see the pain in his voice. You can see the fact that he kept saying the future is the future for the future that is in Africa. Is it for Africans? That was what he said. The future that we're talking about in Africa, is it for Africans? Now we're talking about Nigeria. That Nigeria has degenerated. It has snow dived into a pothole that we cannot even come out of. And they're watching, they're seeing it, they know it, they know all this. But what are they gonna do about it? Are they thinking about the lives that would be that would the people that would die? Is that what they're thinking about? Or they're thinking about the resources that they tend to get if these people are exterminated? So that is what the guy was trying to say. The future in Africa, is it meant for Africans? He is in Italy. God knows what he's doing in that cold region. God knows what he's doing there. While the probably is from Gambia, from his accent, you could tell the part of Africa he's from. While the resources that is sustaining Italy is probably from his village, from his backyard. Of course, the resources that is sustaining Britain is from my backyard. It's from my backyard. But guess what? I can have access to that resources
Mm-mm.
because it has been made so. I can't even take what belongs to me because Queen Elizabeth will not even allow that happen. Meanwhile, when I will come to London, I have to come as a maid. I have to come as a nursing aide. I have to come and start cleaning their bathrooms.
But even when you finish and take loans to go to their so-called school, you carry all those loans, enormous loan that American will go to school for 2 years, they will give him directorship. They will make you go and get 4 doctorate degrees with all the loans.
Without the
And it's all
loan,
in your
what's
head.
your name?
And then when you start the job, they won't even pay you what they're supposed to pay you. The person with a lower degree will be making more than you, and you will be making payment towards those loans that you collected with your low pay. We have to get
Not just the no. You're not making payment towards the loan. You're making payment towards the interest of the loan.
Oh yes, yes, I think that.
Because the loan, you've not started paying the loan. Or if you are still paying the interest that is attached to the loan.
Hmm.
Chineke, I don't know. And we've always had, each time we try to blame our African men that why are you not standing up? And we're like, all of them should stand up. The problem they've had, the African men, the supposed leaders, the problem they've had all along is that they are not standing up at the same time. If you stand up at the same time, you will see that the table will shake. They're not standing up at the same time.
Which is this is also why we're talking about alliance. They need to
Exactly.
do alliance
Yes.
first. Stop
Alliance.
standing up individually.
Individually,
Yeah,
they
they
will
will
pick
pick
you
you
up.
When you stand up as one, they will pick you out. Thomas Sankara, all this.
Thomas Sankara.
Yeah, they will pick you out. If you settle down like Minas have done for over 20 years, went under the table, planned together, formed alliance, built everything together. That is what is scaring them.
Exactly.
That alliance, for the first time, the indigenous peoples of Nigeria came together seeking one voice. That is what is scaring them, not the noise that you're making. The noise you're making, they have antidote for that.
For
If
that.
they clean you up, you'll be fine. They will wear the uniform you're wearing, come in your midst, which is what we talk about our people in Southeast. If you open the door by killing people up and down, they will bring their people in, wear your clothes, and help you to kill us, your people.
Exactly.
And you know when you continue and say, oh, stop, I'm only killing this one. No, he says he's killing you once. They will come in and help you. What they were looking up, what they were looking for Sokoto,
For so long, is
you will
that
not get to find it in Sokoto. Do you understand what we're saying, our people? And we are saying in this show today, we have shown you what the problem is. The next place now we're showing you the source of the problem. Where is the problem coming from? Who is creating this problem? We all know what the problems are. That's our CV. We can tell you this problem from now till thy kingdom come. We know it because that's what we are living today. But what we want you to think of today is who is creating this problem. There's a tap that somebody opened, and we are busy mopping the water. Why can't we go to the tap and close the tap so that the water will stop pouring? That's what we're saying. Britain, France, all the superpowers came together in 1884-85 and said, this is what we want. Africa is too blessed. Africa is full of resources, and we need it. We need it. Like vultures, they need it. They sat down on the table and shared Africa. This is what you're still seeing till today. And anytime one person raises voice to do anything to save Africans, they will kill you off. You can see what we're showing now. This is British warship. You know some of you have not seen it. You see it in movies. This is real now. It's in the land of Lagos. The Southwest Bloc, part of NINAS. Because you know NINAS is Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. So a section of it, the Southwest, Lagos, for those that do not know the geography of Nigeria, those that are watching us for the first time. This is warship from Britain. We have a picture of when they captured girls, when terrorists, Boko Haram, captured girls, cutting people's hair. We've been shouting. They did not bring warship. They did not come to help us. But now that they see that we are coming together, the alliance is coming together, they want to protect their investments. I can tell you stories. Please. Those of you that like listening to these stories, can you stop? Because we know our people have sense. They can think critically. They might not have the Queen's English that Sister Augusta was referring to, Sister Mona was referring to. When you have finished schooling in Britain and London and USA and everywhere, you come back with your Queen's English. When we are telling you the problem that is in the ground, you are looking up and speaking big English. Please, those of you that know you have
Speaking through your nose.
Please try and understand us when we say these people are number one enemy. Please, we are begging you. We are begging you in the name of God. Do not take us for foolish people. We are not foolish. We might not be speaking English the way you speak it, but we are not stupid. Britain is number one enemy of
Top
Nigeria.
notch.
I don't care what they have given to you. They stole everything for us to give it to you.
Exactly.
We should recognize that we are paying for whatever Britain gave to you. The blood that we are shedding today, the things that we are losing today, you benefit from it. You must recognize it. So please, when we tell you that Britain is number one enemy to the progress of our people, we want you to understand it. And please, if you're not even intelligent enough to understand it,
Shut the hell up then.
quiet.
No.
Quiet for now. Keep quiet for now, please. Just keep quiet for now. We have work to do. So our people are free. We don't want to hear things English.
No, not interested. Not at all.
Please go ahead and play so that my people will see what is ahead of them. When we are telling you that you need strategy, not noise, look at what is ahead of you. Look at the preparation they're making for you. Indeed, especially. You see this ship that is looking like an entire house. In fact, it's looking like an entire community.
It's an entire country, wallahi.
Somebody can be inside this ship and live for 1 year. And nothing will happen. They are prepared.
They're prepared.
And
What
this is
are they doing in Lagos? What are they looking for?
What do you say what that they do? They said now, they said they're coming to train personnel.
Personnel for what? For what? For the enterprise now. To
For enterprise now.
like the British enterprise. For the Niger company that they had in 1880, whatever,
Of course
1980.
now. Yeah, because they are trying to take it away from them. For the first time, this is what we're telling our people. For the first time, we have done something that we have take different. Because what they did not, you know what they used? Okay.
This is the worship. The enter Nigeria over the weekend. Today, someone watch this area, see what's in the worship look like. And
to the face here. So don't see you put their way inside the way carry.
Yeah, the owners of the land are here. They are here with your worship. The owners of the property.
And now we will much enter inside the ship. If you look where you see gun everywhere on top of.
Hmm.
See that one of the guns. So
I know. Not for my brother, it's a sniper.
I say it carry inside. All those ones say they watch inside movie and then we see here so.
Mhm. You see how funny people. You see how this man is reporting this thing, eh? Yeah, all of you when they see him for movie, they see him live now for so. He doesn't even know what's coming from. He thinks he's reporting me. This is so funny. Anyway, sisters, do I need to play the whole thing or should we post it on?
No, I mean, they've seen the sheep already.
I
They
can-
will go on our
post
land.
it
And,
now, my dear. You can post it. You should go online and look at it to see all the branches. You can even go for tourism. Yeah, travel to Lagos and go for tourism. The worship is here. Go inside for that point. They're coming for extravaganza.
Hmm. The owners of the land are here to let us know they are around.
they've arrived.
Yeah, they have come to assess their properties and see.
Mhm.
There are some pictures. I don't know if you saw that Amod pictures I sent to you.
Yes.
I showed them. They brought also 60 armored cars, tankers, And Boko Haram has been killing
I thought
people.
that one was from the Amon cat. That was from China. Called.
Yeah, and that's why I say who is creating the problem? France, Britain, China, all of them are the same now. All different now. As they're coming from here, they're coming from here, they're coming here. They are coming together. Why are they coming? To steal the resources of Africa, to kill off Africans and take their resources. But they don't know what they're waiting for. It's something else this time around. Because they make warriors they head on. The Arab warriors they head on. Their descendants are here.
I hear. And the American warrior lasted for 30 something years. So they should bring it on.
So we are not only in our land, we have street out everywhere.
Everywhere.
We live in the US, we live in London, we live with you. So as you're preparing to bomb our people, to go and bomb our people, we are in your land. Yes, as you're bringing it in. Boko Haram was dealing with people for over how many years? He did not bring worship. He did not bring out more tankers. Now, because you can see the indigenous peoples are coming up together to free themselves. Self-determination is human rights. We don't need to beg you for it. It is our land. We are indigenous to the land. We don't need your English to be free from your shackles.
Oh, your Mandarin.
Do you understand? You have something that's coming for you. What you don't know is you don't know what is coming for you. Because this is the time that we have read of in the Bible. That time that I have read that the kingdom of God is coming from heaven on earth. This is it. We are here to bring that kingdom of God. And all you children of Lucifer, you have something that's coming for you. If you want, gather all the ammunition.
Yep.
We're already living in you. What I was sharing with my sister, say our ultimate warriors, when you people face them, they fought so hard for years, for that something years. When they saw that you people are going to exterminate all of them, they changed strategy. You know the strategy they changed? They decided to export their children to your land to go and learn the white man's ways. And that's why usually they don't send the first son.
Yes, the second.
Children. Because the first sons are supposed to be the custodians.
Of the exactly.
You know that the first batch that was sent got there and started following white women and forgot why they were sent. And growing up, our parents used to tell us folklore, stories of how people were captured. Then the people sent another batch, the last batch was sent. And when the last batch sent, he defeated the enemy and started resuscitating those that went before them and brought them back, except the very first one that they say more. That means like they drowned the water of death. Those ones could not be resuscitated anymore. They had to abandon them there. So we know that some of you, where you are married to old women, you might not be able to resuscitate you. You're gonna. Then we are here to take those that have not drunk the death water And we are here to restore the land. And you know what? We're not going to use the white man's ammunition. We will use what our forefathers gave us, wisdom and critical thinking.
Yep.
We inherited it, we are
And we
abundant.
have it in abundance.
We have it in abundance.
Yeah.
So we are here to restore our land. And we're not seeking for permission. We are just informing you. And then we are calling on those that support truth. Because we're going to work on truth. Truth will help us in what we're doing. Because if you keep lying to yourself, you will not help us. If you're a professor, you keep lying to yourself. When you tell you there's a problem, you're not seeing the problem, you want to speak English. You are lying to yourself, and we will not work with you. We want to work with those that admire truth. We appreciate our women that are back home, gathering themselves, saying they want to work with truth. We pray for our brothers also, our men. Please begin to seek truth. Because with truth, we will overcome the enemies.
All of them.
All of them. Listen to our sister review another truth. Because these things are not hidden. It's only those that want to lie for themselves.
Secondly, they haven't done anything about this deplorable situation. Well, let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, they have tried. Documented to this day, 22 coups where leaders were assassinated. Besides, has something to do with that.
Can you move this field?
And they decided they were pulling out of the CIA and that they were going to bring their own money. They were assassinated.
Of course.
Every time an African leader tried to do what's best for their country, they were assassinated. Majority of them defeated by choice. Isn't it sad? And the others, they were just mercenaries. I felt that when there was a natural resource discovered in one country, they wanted to create a coup. So while the country is turning into a civil war, that's happening with natural resources. We know of one particular story that had we known about it, it would have been out there with Morgan, the Africans, in about 25 years ago. A group of young, rich white kids were having fun in Cape Town. They found out that there was oil in Equatorial Guinea that just been discovered and they wanted it. So they set out a plan to have a coup in Equatorial Guinea. So while the Guineans are busy fighting the war, they will be settling oil. But they made one mistake. There were two planes, one was to leave South Africa, stop in Zimbabwe to pick up more ammunition on the way to hunt in Equatorial Guinea. Another plane was taking off in the Caribbean that had this puppet diaspora who was supposed to be the next president. Mugabe wondered why such young people needed such powerful ammunition to go hunt in Equatorial Guinea. In doing this research further, he found out that this was a coup in the making. He allowed them to land in Zimbabwe, they loaded their plane, and just before takeoff, they were all arrested. The ringleader of that group was none other than the son of the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Margaret Thatcher. She had to fly to Zimbabwe and made handsomely to her son. The last one of those prisoners left Zimbabwe about 6-7 years ago. And these young people succeeded in the another coup. There we go, the African way. My brothers and sisters, it's the story of Africa. They don't do coups anymore. They simply create instability. So when you hear of an instability in an African country, ask yourself, what is really going on? Because what they are telling you is really going on. It's just a shiny really choose peace. And you shall before you shall be used as an instrument of your own self-destruction.
All right.
Sister, like what this Dr. Rikana said right now, it is so interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Why did I say that? She was talking about the coup that was supposed to have happened in Zambia and how Margaret Thatcher's son was one of those that went. You know, these people, they have a way of doing things. They will say they are going to Africa to capture animals.
Yes.
You know, these trying to find out all these extinct animals that were probably their lineage has gone.
And they said they're going to shoot film.
Oh,
They
they
can say anything.
They come in
But
different
they
guises.
lie through their tongue.
Oh my goodness. They can never say that, oh, they want to go and do some, what is it called? Medical stuff.
Whatever, yeah, like you see the gate wife carrying water.
Water.
Mhm.
So they go with that. Because she was explaining how did they go with such heavy ammunition and what they said they want to go hunting. You know, they have the attitude of going to go and poach
Yeah,
animals.
they're going to hunt Africans now.
Hunt Africans, exactly. So now, and that brings me to the fact that she also said that any African leader that wants to help his people, they always pick him out, and it has always been happening. Recently, we have the likes of Kagame. Kagame is the president of Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Yes, and this guy, in all honesty, I don't really know the details, but the little that I've seen, this guy has actually cleaned up Rwanda. I'm heard that Rwanda is one of those you will not even know that you're in a third world country when you go there. Things have been smoothened. He has, cleaned up his environment. And we have some people probably held as prisoners, trying to pull you down. Because they always use your own people to pull you down.
Yep.
Always. That is the strategy. Use your own person to pull you down. And lately, in the last 2 years, this guy has been granted interview. Each time he goes for this interview, they will ask him about the human rights and whatever in his country. That okay, fine, he's cleaning up Rwanda, but his human rights record is rubbish.
And who's keeping the record?
And then, no, look at his answer. Now that's why I like that guy. He told them that, oh, if your human rights, if you are complaining about my human rights, what happens to Black Lives Matters? What happens to black being killed for nothing? What happens to police being, they will see a black guy, like recently, a policeman shot an unarmed black man 76 times. And you are wondering why 76 times? You can just shoot him in the leg and arrest him, but you shot him 76 times. How angry can you be to shoot someone 76 times? So he was always using that to tell them that, hey, you are talking about my human rights record. What about your human rights record? So that guy, he is actually trying to remove himself from from people seeing him too often. Because when they see you too often, they will pick you out. And I'm hoping he maintains that strategy of his. He maintains it and helps his people out of where they are right now.
And that's why we're telling our people that all Africans must come together now to work on freedom and self-determination. Like what we're doing in Nigeria. Others will be seeing what we're doing and they too will be working on their own. Because if it's just Rwanda, they will take out Rwanda president and that will be the end. I will say, oh, there was a country that was cleaning up, now it died. But if we are working together, trying to say, okay, look at this issue. These are the so-called apostles of freedom and democracy. Meanwhile, they are going around sponsoring and masterminding genocides.
Doing business with China.
Give this exactly. Setting up dictatorship and terrorist governments here and there. Creating instability and war. Where is the democracy that they are preaching?
They're going to more.
Be asking them. And we're telling some of these are people that have not with them. Ask them this same question so that they can back out of Africa. I was saying, some of these are people that speak free, that you grew up in Britain, you grew up in America and everything. Ask them questions. Tell them to remove their filthy hands from our land. That's where your connection will really help us a lot. Because they have become like your brothers and your sisters. They understand you more. They won't understand some of us. When we speak, they say, huh? If I say water, they say, huh? Because they want me to say water. I can't, because I'm an African. So since you're already speaking like them, please, can you talk to them?
And tell them to leave us the hell alone. Yeah.
We want to build our land. They want the wealth of the indigenous people. And for the longest time, they've called our wealth a commonwealth.
Exactly.
My father's land and say that what belongs to me is now common to all of us.
Commonwealth, you are so right. Of which Nigeria is a member.
Why will the wealth in my land become a common one.
Common
Then your
wealth.
own is your
Your
own.
own is your own.
Then my own becomes our own.
That's what the Fulanis are doing now. That's the same thing they thought.
They're
They
talking from
keep
them
the
now.
gold and then take the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Chigawa.
Exactly. So they're learning from them. And which is why sometimes I tell my people, I say, look at this Fulani. Look at this Fulani and learn something from what they're doing. They have associated so much with the white man. They started learning from the white man how to conquer their own black brothers and sisters that is supposed to be black and sisters. But they're not, because they have made themselves different. They are not our brothers and sisters. If you go and imbibe and learn the culture of the white man, meanwhile, you're not learning his English, you're not learning his academic training.
You're not learning his religion.
Ways of killing your fellow human being and conquering them. So much that you conquered Hausa land. And you finish conquering Hausa, you want to conquer Middle Belt, and then conquer Igbo land, conquer Yoruba land. And you think we will allow you. You want to kill and force all of us to leave the land. Because when you make the land so hot, everybody will run out of the land.
Mm-hmm.
Kabila say, oh, everybody wants to leave Nigeria now. Everybody. What is the people's problem? Okay, you want to leave Nigeria and leave your mother, your grandmother, and your old mother for them to come and kill. Is it making sense? Rather strategize on how to stand and say, who is creating this problem? Let's face them. Everything is not about war. Everything is not about carrying gun and shooting. It's about strategy. But let us understand where the problem is coming from. Let's understand what the problem is. Understand where the problem is coming from, and then we know how to tackle it intelligently. That's what the doctrine of truth. That's what we're saying. This is what we're telling our people. Your blood is always hot. Hey, well, I want to shoot. I want to shoot. Who are you shooting? If you have formed a majority and your enemy becomes a minority, why do you want to shoot? Why would you just go and engulf that your enemy and send your enemy out of the land? Why we want to bring war to your land and open the land for the enemy to come in and kill your old ones and women and children? Is that a strategy? I'll leave you to continue, sisters.
My dear, we cannot say this enough. Those who have ears, let them hear. And then if you want it the other way, like we said, we are raising women all over our land, daughters of truth. Women that will tell the truth about what's going on in our land. Because Micah still said, the Lord said he will heal our land, then we must start with truth and honesty. So we have embarked on that journey of truth and honesty everywhere in our land. And once that goes viral, let them bring their warship, let them bring their nuclear weapon. They will find themselves under that ocean that they're sitting on. You see? That's where they will find themselves. So we're doing our part. We are not shaking. We are not shaking at all. We are not sitting in our pants and thinking, you can see them for movie now, but it's not here live. You know what you're doing.
The guy hasn't said it before. No, in the land, let them bring 100 warships. They should bring it on. That's just my own opinion. Let them bring it on. The owners of the land have decided that this must stop. And it has to stop. So let them bring it on.
No, they'll be dealing with African men that will go and say, that's okay, let me drink coffee and come out from here. No, our children are dying. You don't get to do what you used to do anymore.
No.
You're not under our watch.
No. Things have changed. Things have changed. This video now, because what we're showing some of this is for you to know that our people, our men know the truth. They have always known the truth. So why didn't they have the courage to do the right thing? Why would they wear tie, wear suit, and sit down and speak about truth, something that you know that is coming? Why are you not providing solution that would stop the evil that you have observed? You people were there, they brought Buhari as their agent. It was so obvious. When they were sponsoring Buhari, it was obvious he was going to be their killer machine. And he came in to do it. And you're seeing it. What is your response? Sitting down and speaking English.
My dear, they went to Oxford now. They went to Cambridge. They have to practice what they have learned after all. Who knows how much thousands that they use.
Yeah, you forgot.
So it is what it is. But those goes in. We don't want your English language anymore. Just pack it inside your nash. We are done with it.
Some of our elite don't understand the seriousness of the current slow motion war, which I will tell you, President Buhari, is part and parcel part. That's why since he doesn't act, that means he approves of the ongoing slow motion war by his people. How would you not call a man who terrorizes the country a terrorist? Why would you call him? He terrorizes the country. He kidnaps school children. He kidnaps soldiers. The leader of the Salah said his people will sit acquire an anti-aircraft gun. And the other day, the Wall Street Journal said they did acquire Nigerian and they did pay money to them to retrieve the anti-aircraft gun. President Buhari, meanwhile, will do nothing, just deceitful returns. That sees him in contradiction of law for ethnic considerations. Then that, the rule of law has been thrown to the dogs. Why are we doing this? And that's why I do agree with the governors who met in Lagos, in Enugu and Asaba, and said, for the sake of the country, nobody from the north should allow as president because none of them can stop the current plan insurgency. I stand on that, and that's why I speak in regards to national strategic security.
Oyibo.
We should not joke. There is a war on. Nigerians should wake up right now. If Nigerians are killed in Newman, Batamas are killed, they are Nigerians. If thieves are killed, forcing Governor Otto to cry, those are Nigerians. If Pilums are killed, and today you have some 7 villages in IDP camp, those are Nigerians who should care. If Adaras and Badis are killed in Kaduna, we should care. If Hausas are killed in Maru, in Anka, in Tango, in Esau, in Malede,
Yeah, this is how they go. If you give him money now, he will start telling you he's not killing anymore, that they are dancing. Once he gets his own, Christmas is around the corner. They have to give engine oil to their villagers and give them probably Chinese rice. So once they get their money, there are no more strategies. They become a political partner of the same Buhari. They will even join them, and Buhari will work on them, and they will be on the same channel TV talking something else. That's how
So become Fanikaya the chameleon.
more than a chameleon. That's who we have as leaders. They are political strategists. They see evil happening in our land. They won't come out until their money level goes low, and then they will come out and start shouting so they can get their own share. The likes of what is that ugly man that has the upper one? The labor.
Uh, ah,
Yes.
what I,
They will come out and make noise. Then they will get their
You
own
mean it's
share.
Ngige?
it's not Gige.
Which one?
The Edo guy, correct?
My dear, you have to know that there's only one ugly guy. That there's actually 2 of them.
About
don't know
some one,
their
the other guy. They are the 2 ugly ones.
Yes, they look like something that you see in Disney World
What
movies.
is his name?
So,
Is it Tinubu you're talking about?
my dear, that's the brother of Calvin.
It's fine now.
They have
But thank you, this guy. The other guy.
Oshimole, our brother is
Oshimole. Oshimole.
You know, God has been giving us time all this while you about these people. Yeah? You're supposed to know them by their names.
When they collect their money, they will start singing. They will go and marry the most beautiful girl in the whole other continent and give them some of our money.
From Tunisia or wherever.
And the guy has disappeared. The guy has disappeared. Chop your money.
Chop your money, I want that.
You go chop your money, disappear.
The girl didn't know whether she should be for Shomol or for Rocha. So for Rocha, they was, oh Lord have mercy.
My guy, who owns the money more? His money is speaking.
It's sad. But the mothers are here once again. They must get it right. No longer the days are gone that we sit around and be dancing in Maponya or computer, brain have computer. People that don't know how to write their name, we're giving them names to computer. Eh? That's your head. That's your head that you know they used to hear. You go knock them like your mother did, even though you are the one who go stand on a stool, knock them, until you begin to reason very well. We are sick of it. We are sick of the same thing happening over and over again. Our children are dying. Our brothers are in Italy lamenting, knowing that the leaders are sending them off. They don't care if you die on your way to Italy. They will pick you up, send you there. If you see the kind of job, when they find themselves in those tomato farms, how they shoot spaghetti. If you see the kind of job, they are cooking and eating in the farmland. All of that, worse than they ever lived in their so-called hometown. All in the name to get transmit some money. And then the people that you're sending money, all of a sudden they don't want to do anything anymore. Everybody's just waiting for that Western Union to give them a call so they can go and pick up the money. No, 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 no. That's not sustainable. Hmm? Our brother Vidi said he imported a beautiful Ethiopian girl, okay, as his wife, yes. And it's all about our money. They took it and ran it. Who will live with that thing? Yeah, is that a human being? You will be having nightmares every day, my dear. Who will live with that thing? Are you guys kidding me? Please.
And it's so sad, So, like we're saying, we are telling you where the problem is. We told you what the problem is, which you already know. You said the source of the problem. The source of problem in Western world, they are using people in our land
Mhm,
to make it now happen in our land.
mhm.
This video we're going to show you again because we told you that they come and kill off the leaders that want to act right in Africa. They kill them off and put their own agents, and it's the same mission: killing the
Every time.
people, stealing their resources. It's about resource control. Now, as part of what they do, those leaders that they have, people like Buhari, they will need agents, the foot soldiers that they will use, the proper terrorists that they will use. Now, if you go and arrest those terrorists, they will release them from, there will be prison break, and they will release them. Because they've already promised them that whatever they're doing, they will never be caught. So that's why you don't see them trying anybody in culture, like people, my brothers that like it speaking English. Why have they not tried them? Why have they not tried? Not single Fulani has been tried. Yes. Who is going to try single Fulani? Not Fulani is the agent that will be used. I go, okay. I hear them speaking English. I said, is it that the more English you speak, the more your brain goes out with it?
Mhm, mhm.
Please start speaking English. Don't speak English again. I'll speak broken English because this English, I think there's a course on it. Is that
Yes,
the more people will speak,
it's the language of criminals.
yes. He said, no single planet has been tried as we speak. Is it your father that wants to try Fulani? Fulani came to do what? You are waiting them to try them? Wake up, my people. Understand the strategy on the table. We are saying there's a strategy that is superior to what the white man has been doing. For the first time, we came up with a superior strategy. And that is scaring them. That black people that they thought were just monkeys could sit down and actually think rather make noise. Because what they have been doing is that they will set up like to make noise and then we start fighting ourselves, killing ourselves. Because the strategy is divide and conquer. They will divide you and your communities. If you don't divide enough, they will go and get an agent that say he's bringing freedom for you. That agent is not bringing freedom. It's coming to divide you even more. So you divide and fight. My dear IPOB people, IPOB that are fighting themselves. They say, it's you that set up our master. This I said, no, it's not me that set up our master. It's you that set up our master. Who set up our master? Who set up the master? Have you asked if the master set up himself? This one say it's you. This one say it's you. This one say it's not me. This one say I will get a lawyer, a white man lawyer, to find out who set up the lawyer. You know, you say, no, that white man is not even a lawyer. He's a globalist. Hey, no, me. I will not even get that lawyer. There's no way it's me that will get that lawyer. I will not set up the lawyer.
Nah, these are very lazy women back in. I doubt if they live in the US because, in all honesty, if you live in the US, you are really, really busy. So I don't know where they got all that time to be able to talk and talk and talk nonsense all day.
No, they are paying them. Well, it is, they are getting money, our people are contributing money for them now. They're sharing it among themselves.
Honest so.
It's not
Honest
so.
so. One thing they have failed to realize is that their supreme leader actually kidnapped himself. It's part of the entire gist.
You know,
But they don't want to understand that, but it's part of the playbook.
you got to understand it. It's difficult for them to understand. You know, in between the madness of their supreme leader, he throws in truth.
Yeah.
They don't know, they don't grab that truth.
They don't grab that truth that is something.
Which is why we're telling our people it's a moment of lucidness, moment of truth. You have to begin to see clearly. You need to see clear so that you don't fight who is not fighting you. And then the person that is fighting you, you embrace him and say, you're my brother. Please, please.
That's what they want. That's what the agents, that's their ultimate goal.
Yeah, the master, the main master, the Britain that is setting everybody up. That they send all these people in your midst to promise you freedom and there's no strategy. What is the strategy for this freedom that we've been talking and lamenting about? Sit down now. What is the deliverables? This thing, what will he give us? What will he give us? And okay, you go to court, you come out, you shout, then what will now happen? What is the process? Even the Oyibo lawyer they invited told them is the constitution. He told them you have to go through a process.
Exactly.
They are not here, The Oyibo lawyer say he's incapacitated because it's not his students or whatever they call it. But they're still not listening, It's not his area. He cannot perform in that area. He can only just be writing letter to ICC and writing letter and be writing letter. Slowing. The essence is that they want to slow you people down. While the enemy comes into our land to take our land. So they throw in all these things that it's slow. Look at yourself. Where you were 2015, that's where you are back. Now they slowed you for two years. And you know that experiment. At the time, he started telling them, you see, because he promised that he was going to give them freedom in 3 years. So after a while, he started telling them, you see, I've not been done 3 years because I spent 2 years in prison and I spent the other year running away and I spent the other way under the bed of one woman I found. And then now we are left. I've not even spent 3 years that I did it. Even after I have spent 8 years, no, it's not even 3 years yet. Every day, he's giving you date, I'll give you freedom. It's a delay tactic. Why they are delaying you chasing wild goose, like chasing what does not exist.
Sorry.
They are coming into your land. They are encroaching.
Their worship is right there.
Mm-hmm. And their worship is coming in. It's just to finish up. You, what is your own plan? What is your own strategy? Chasing the wild goose. Ichuri Abago, Ichuri Abada. That is caught. Tomorrow is in the more. Like up, down, pendulum. You're swinging left, right. These are all delay tactics. Do you have the video, please?
Yes.
On the 16th of March 2021, Aniyagoku Magistrate Court in Ibadan ordered the remand of suspected kidnapper Iskilu Wakili and his 2 sons in the Abolongo Correctional Facility in Oyo State. Iskilu Wakili had since been in the news alleged by residents of Ibarapa region of Oyo State to be responsible for series of attacks, kidnappings, and killings in the area. The Chief Magistrate Emmanuel Idowu ordered that he be remanded in Abolongo Correctional Facility as he was charged with conspiracy, murder, kidnapping, and armed robbery. What Nigerians believed all along was that Iskilu Wakili was at the Abolongo Correctional Facility. On the 22nd of October, the unexpected happened at the Medium Facility, where Iskilu Wakili was expected and supposedly held. Immediately, the news of the jailbreak filtered out. Questions started popping. Where is Iskilu Wakili? Journalists kept asking questions.
Nonsense.
And the leadership of the Nigerian Correctional Service seemed to be evading the questions. And eventually, provided an answer that left so many in the dark.
In this hospital center, we don't have any high profile inmate. The only person we have is that person who has a case with EFCC. And for your information, he's still with us here. He didn't go to anywhere.
He's still back here.
He is not here.
Sunday Shodi person,
He is not here.
when asked to shed light and expand on the almost unclear information provided concerning the status of Iski Wakili, the spokesperson of the service in Oyo State, Mr. Larry Anjorin, said the public should believe whatever the federal government has told them concerning the matter.
According to what the minister, Dr. Bagani, Commissioner, and the Consular General, through the DPP admin, AM Tuko, said yesterday, that does not actually what the government said the Wakil and the other person are not incarcerated in Oyo Custodial Center. That's what they were saying yesterday.
Okay.
So,
So, but according to the news we had, sometimes in March, it was to be remanded in Abolongo Custodial Center. So what happened?
well, generally, one other part of our duty is that when everybody is incarcerated, because we have it is a portion of our job to do transfers of the change, and so definitely, if somebody was incarcerated in a particular place, it doesn't mean that that person will be kept in that particular place.
Story
So,
stories.
can you tell us where exactly you are killing him?
Well, I don't have that information with me.
Stories.
How you
Are you guys kidding me?
Ajahn Bennett story. Can you imagine? And human beings are sitting down listening to things like this, and it's not resonating to them what is going on. The other day, Shegumi came out and said he threatened the whole country that if you ever call bandits terrorists, that they will bring in more terrorists to take over the whole country,
Amen. Go
so
for
that
it.
Nigeria will now break. I'm like, this is what we want now. Bring in the terrorists now so that Nigeria will break.
What is he waiting
My
for?
brothers and sisters are sleeping. They are sleeping. Maybe when the place is over flooded with terrorists, they will wake up because they need bazooka to wake them up.
Mm-hmm.
Those have been denying and lying. Oh, they're not terrorists, they're bandits. You see, I can see the yam I used to buy 1 naira. It's now 200,000 naira. Still, I can't see what is going on. I can't link what is going on with anything. I can't see the domino effect. I can't see that when they kill off all the farmers in Middle Belt, the basket food of Nigeria, that everybody will be hungry. Southwest, southeast, south, northeast, everybody will be hungry. And the more hungry you are, the more you kill your neighbors. The more you smoke methamphetamine. That's the one. Ikurummiri. That's one that is raining now. They're all drinking and smoking and sniffing methamphetamine. And everybody's getting crazy. They're wondering in Southeast why their boys are now killing their mothers and their father. They say, I will cut them in half. As you're saying, they will cut them in half. Who is doing it? Who is importing hard drugs?
Mm.
You go to the north, their own is codeine and tramadol and everything. Drugs everywhere. It's like what is happening in the Black American community.
Yep.
Can't you people see the strategy is the same?
Yep.
It's the same. Then you'll be fighting your brothers and sisters and filling their heads and not understanding who is causing this trouble. We said the Westerners, they will have the leaders they will put, their stooges. And the stooges will elect the local people, the headers, the Fulani headsmen, those people that cut people already. They always cut meat, so why not give them knife and AK-47 to continue the work they're doing? Somebody is sponsoring all these things. And then we're saying
Oh,
They want to release, like when you now catch them, they will release them from prison. This thing is not hidden at all. But we are saying, what is making all these things possible? What is that singular tool that they are using? 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. That fraudulent paper that you did not make. And they say you made it. They imposed it on you. They say that you swore to stay united even when you're dying. It's just like a marriage that is unhealthy. And you're saying, I want to leave. Your brothers and sisters are saying, you swore to be there. Still, because they're making money from your husband. Meanwhile, you did not swear, just that they imposed the marriage on you. You knew that you didn't want to marry that man. Your mother begged you, your brothers begged you, your younger ones begged you. He said, Nene, marry him now. You know, if you marry him, I'll be able to go to school. If you marry him, this is our house that you're making. They will fix it for us. Nene, Bikoni. They literally imposed that man on you. Now you give birth to one, give birth to two, give birth to three, give birth to four, give birth to five. You are dying. Hey! You can see your life ebb away. You can see that you're dying. You begin to call your brothers and sisters. I'm dying. Your parents, I'm dying. Your father said, no, hold on. No, that man promised to give me chieftaincy title in the village. Hold on. Better wait. Don't you dare move from there. You want to come out from there? Your mother will say, August 19, August meeting is coming. He promised me 7 rappers. And you want to come out? Well, Prince, I want to come out. You're very wicked. They'll turn around and start calling you wicked one. Meanwhile, you are a victim of their evilness. It's terrible. You are a victim of their greed. You are a victim of their, what do I call it? Rather than repent and say, sister, we are sorry. We didn't know it would be this bad. So what do you want now? They're not doing that. They will wait for you to die so that they will put obituary. Yes.
They will say it in advance. Rest in peace in advance.
Yes, in loving memory of our dear sister, mother, and daughter.
And wife.
And why? Our beloved wife. Because Omona will come with their own. If you leave our brother now, his house will scatter. Please now, don't leave our brother.
Wickedness.
Don't leave our brother. And this one said, this man beats me all the time. And he beats me. I'm not a human being anymore. He said, Nene, Debundi. Marriage is patience. Your mother will say, do you even know the one that your father did to me? And I endured it. They are not understanding the trauma that you're going through, that you're running mental. This is what is happening to us. This picture is just the picture of the indigenous peoples. Our politicians are ruining us. No, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. I said we are dying. Then can you see that we are dying? Our children are trekking through the Mediterranean, through the desert, and swimming through the Mediterranean Sea. Can't you see the hunger in the land? Can't you see the evil omen called one Nigeria? What is doing to us? He said, no, hold on. I want to be Igbo presidency. Just wait for 2023. If I just become Igbo presidency. Just wait. And you're begging, Ohaneze, they're begging Fulanis, illiterate Fulanis. Please, I want us to be Igbo president so that we have to fix Nigeria.
Try.
Have you asked yourself whether they want to fix Nigeria? Ndiara no Hanese. Have you asked yourself if Fulanis want to fix Nigeria? No. You're selling us, selling the women. All the women have become prostitutes in the land. Aboki that is selling food.
Onions, I heard.
Is now mounting the doctors of the land. That before you hear an Igbo woman being married by a non-Igbo, it's so hard because they can't even stand their intelligence. They run away from them. Now, we are not just being married by Alhaji, Musa, this one, Yoruba, I don't know Yoruba, but Fulanis and all that. Now, onion sellers are giving birth in our land. Fear sellers are the one sleeping with our women, their daughters, and because it's about changing the demography. So they're changing the demography by all means. And our men are watching and speaking English and saying their politicians. How many times will we beg you? We have begged you, politicians. Shut down 2023 election. It's useless to us. It's not meaningful to us. There's dispute on the land. Samon, I don't know if you're already with me. Yes. There's dispute in the land. Listen to Tony Nadi. He will be saying it. There are many videos where we'll be saying the things. What the problem is, the source of the problem, and then the solution. It's a whole package. He's there. Listen again. You don't want to hear. This was an event in Lagos. These are Yorubas inviting him to come and speak to them. Are you surprised that the Yoruba self-determination project is moving forward? They know what they need. The Yorubas know what they need. They know who to talk to them. They will set up any meeting and bring him to come and talk. This one they call it Fela because they know if they give it another heading, their Fulani soldiers will attack them. So they give it a black title and bring him to come and talk to their people. They are organizing and moving forward. My people are running up and down like Indian hard drugs. Go ahead, please, Sister One.
By him is the role of imperialism in the affairs of our country. And don't deceive yourself that those who are parading themselves as rulers of Nigeria in Abuja are the people in charge of our country. The IMF and the World Bank today are giving the budget of Nigeria before it is read to all of us. And you have just been told that 16 trillion naira budget will be presented by the government. 6 trillion, the government is going to take loans to fund the budget, to pay salaries, to enjoy themselves. But we have just sent a letter. I belong to an organization, the People's Alternative Political Movement. We just sent a letter last Friday to the Attorney General of the country. You guys, based on the judgment of the Supreme Court, the federal government wrote to 6 oil companies, we call them international oil companies, IOCs, to the fact that for 18 years, you did. Being different requires great confidence. And awards like the IIHS.
Wow. I don't even know how to. I'm starting all over.
Of us are being exterminated by this one monster. And that monster is something that has legitimized itself by way of the constitution we have to obey. Was imposed by that monster. That monster is now the owner of our lands, our sovereignty, our assets. That monster is the sole custodian of all the guns in the land, whether you went to the army or police or DSS, wherever. That monster is the one that signs off on all the things that control economic assets. So Dangote can be given half of Lagos Port to do whatever he has to do. He can be assigned oil to refine and sell to us.
Oh my gosh.
Logic.
in a federation, the federation is a union of constitutions. In a federation, it is the constituent units that donate the powers that go to the center. So if anybody is still thinking in terms of what the center would do to give to creating states, creating geopolitical zone, that person doesn't understand what we're discussing. Then for evolution, yes, the revolution we talk about, which is really the solution to the problem, is only we have to come to New York to organize to.
This is not our destiny. Before, every time
The heat is on now. Everybody is feeling the pain. So,
so they're no longer saying that.
no.
Yes, they are golden out. So if you allow yourself for the pregnant man to capture you on Sundays and Wednesdays and brainwash you while you're suffering, and he's getting his own cost, fueling his jets, his children are over here living large, my dear, it's on you. It's only on you. Nigeria is the only country you will see children. Parents will actually use their money and sew uniform. Take their children to go and stand in water and be singing.
Anthem. Singing Nigerian anthem.
Yes.
These adults are so irresponsible that they do not move our children out of that water. They left them inside that water singing stupid one Nigerian anthem. This is how brainless.
The teachers needed to be arrested because that water.
They need to be arrested.
Yeah, all kinds of diseases, all kinds of. Jeez.
Those people that are close there should go and arrest those teachers as we speak. They should be arrested already. Because this is what we are saying. They should be arrested already. From headmaster to teachers. All of them should be all arrested. We can't be taking this anymore. When people cannot use their brain, must they sing the national anthem? No. We kept quiet. You did it to Fumilayo. Threw her down upstairs, down from upstairs. The rest of the women kept that quiet. If we came out as women when that thing happened, you think Obasanjo would have repeated that of nonsense?
No.
So we are taking responsibility. All adults, male and female. We are taking responsibility for what we have allowed go on in our life. And that's why we're here every Saturday, by the grace of God, trying to speak the truth to you. As we speak, meetings are going on, negotiations are going on. Brother Tony just came back from one of the trips. Work is going on. What we do here, this is not where the work is. The work is underground for people that say, oh, do this, do that, that. You see, I don't know why people go to class and you have not attended lecture and you want to start giving suggestions.
And you want answer.
And we're saying for the last time, go to www.ninasvoice.org and learn what Ninas has done for 20 years and where we are now. There's timeline there, there's templates there, there's timetable there, everything is there. And then sit your butt down and read the document of Consigliere Force Majeure.
Exactly.
Sit your butt down.
Read it. Read that document because all the answers are there.
Attended lecture.
Oh,
If you don't attend lecture, you miss the lecture. You want to suggest how the exam will be.
I didn't attend lecture.
Go to that website. I know people hate to read. Get your daughter. The children now, they will read because they don't have the difficulty that some of us have. Get your daughter. I think for some of the reading this way, let me listen. You're paying school fees.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're paying school fees, make use of the thing that your money is paying for. Call your sons. You're sending them to school. You say, my daughter, there's this important document. I can't read it.
Our fathers used to do that.
Right? Yes, they used to do it.
Now,
You call your children, get them involved. Say, this document, please read it to me. They will read it to you so that you begin to understand it. Then your questions and suggestions will make sense.
makes sense.
So please, individuals should join Nina's movement. We've told you time without number that Nina's is a movement. It's not an organization. Stop asking us, like some of our Yoruba brothers that think they're trying to help us. Please now join IPOB or team up with IPOB. Please stop that already. We heard some of you in the clubhouses that you're setting up. We appreciate you setting up the clubhouses, but some of you are very annoying. I listened to one, I was very infuriated. The insult that you're pushing on Tony Nadi should stop already. Doctors have to say, all of you, Yoruba men, because it was Yoruba men I heard most of their voices, trying to gamble what you don't have an idea. We were in IPOB. We will tell you about Nnamdi Kanu. We will tell you about IPOB. You know nothing about that vagabond. Please stop using that name to insult Tony Nadi. Tony Nadi is not your age mate. He is a trained lawyer, a jurist at that. If you live in the diaspora, go there and find out who a jurist is. Then you begin to have mouth talk. That he's here surrendering his career and life, everything, wealth and all this thing for us, doesn't mean he does not know what he's doing and what he wants. So let that insult stop. It is not individual fight and it's not popularity contest. It's about doing what is right and doing it the way it should be done. Individuals should join the movement, not the movement joining individuals. We told the people that some people use the document of this movement and want to make name for themselves and make money for themselves. We have explained this thing without number for you. And they know it. That's why they don't have any strategy and they keep going around. When
they don't even know the next step.
Yeah. So they keep lying to you, and as a result, most of the time they will submit themselves to be arrested because they don't have any plan. So they are actually running away from you people. Nnamdi Kanu is running away from you people. Exactly. He has no plan anymore. And that's why sometimes he tells you people, I don't want to leave. I just want to mobilize you people. But you people will not let him be. He's told you, leaving Nnamdi Kanu alone, letting Nnamdi Kanu leave me alone. It's like meeting a woman that was stabbed with sex. And the next thing she's following you like a cocaine. That's it, you're cocaine. Because he has to run away from you. Nnamdi Kanu is running away from you people. Because people have enthroned him and made him a god that he's not. And inside his heart, he knows he's not a god. He knows he does not have the solution. He tried to wake you up and make his own money, just like Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot came to make money. He was not following Jesus Christ. He came to make money, but the money choked him. That's what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. He came to make money and maybe wake people as he's making his money. He has made his money. Leave him alone now. He said, happen to Maaka. Nnamdi saying, happen to Maaka. He's begging you people. Nnamdi Kanu is begging you people. You people should leave me alone. That's why each time he goes to submit himself to the enemy. Because his life is safer in there. Because if he comes out, he cannot deliver what he has promised.
Over and over and over and over.
Yes. That's why when the lawyers went and said, move him to Kuje prison, even the Fulani said, no, for his safety, let's leave him in DSS custody. Leave him now, please. Think about your freedom. It's like Jesus Christ, when women were crying, say, women, don't cry for me. Cry about your own children and yourself. Nnamdi Kanu has made enough money to save himself and go to Bahamas and live there where you will not know. He has made enough money to change his face with plastic surgery and disappear. You will not even know where he is anymore. But the problem is you people following him. And he's
dragging dead wood along.
Yes. He's running away from you people. Can you go and work for your freedom? And if people are if you're smart, you know that even if you get this freedom, it will help the Nnamdi Kanu to come out. So you don't want to hear what the problem is so that you know how to correct it. There's a well-mapped out plan and strategy. It's not about individuals. It's not about Tony Nadi. It's not about this person. It's about you understanding as a people what you need to do so that you can have your self-determination. Self-determination is your right. And you need to get it. But there is a process to get it. Some of our people, when we talk to them, say, I don't want name. All I want is freedom. Let me get freedom first. Then we can talk about it. These are the people that are sensitive. So we are not talking about, oh, is this or that. No. We are in a problem. We are trapped. in this union of them. How do we come out of? Fast, fast, because we need to come out fast. They are coming to kill us. They are coming to kill us. They are begging, please understand what the issues are so that you understand what the solution is. If you don't understand what the problem is, when we are telling you this is the solution, you will never understand it. Absolutely. Please, we are pleading to our people. Go to the website. If you don't have anything to study, read Constitutional Force Majeure document. It's in that website. It's in both the Lower Niger Congress.org website and Nina's Voice website. It's not hidden. If you want, you can even text us to those that have our number. We will send it to you directly. What that means is that when you read it, you will begin to understand what we're saying and why we say this is the solution. So that you will leave what will not work alone. This is not like political party that will say, let's get 200 million people so that we will win. No, it's about doing what needs to be done and doing it the way we need to do it. So if we have only 100 people, 200 people that are doing the right thing, it's better than 2 million idiots
that are doing the wrong thing.
doing the wrong thing and causing confusion everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Understand it. So please stop telling us about getting crowd. A useless crowd is not needed for this strategy. We need people that will understand critical thinking. Because when we get this nation, we also need people with critical mind to build the nation because we need to build it fast.
Yes.
We will not want to get the self-determination and lose it again. We have suffered enough. 400 years is not a joke. Our people have suffered enough. We have a radio program that we are doing in Caribbean. You see, they want to hear. They want to understand what happened to Africans. Our brother and sister are asking questions. The brother was telling us that a lot of people want to come home and invest.
Exactly.
When they go to Ghana, story. When they go to Nigeria, story.
Yeah,
They don't understand it. It's confusing to them. So they say, come and talk to us so that we understand what it is. And that's what we're telling our people. If you're there wasting time, we will talk to these people and then we come back and take what belongs to them. Because most of them, the forefathers were, they are from the land also. They're indigenous here. We are coming from the land. So if they're the ones that will hear fast, they will come in. And with DNA, they will know where they belong.
Exactly.
There's a meeting tomorrow. Sister Moon, I don't know if we have a place. A meeting for Lower Niger Congress. It's to give you an update on the project. What has been done, what is remaining. Because we're in the final phase of this self-determination. It's a Zoom meeting. You are invited because you are a stakeholder. It is your land we are speaking about. It is your father's land. It belongs to you. But you need to understand it so that you understand where we're going. You are invited. Come with your brain, please. Not with your brain.
You're gonna go.
And come to the meeting. Because you might be insulted.
Of course.
Why? Because we don't have time. We are dying. So please come, and when you come, please pay attention. Have a teachable mind. A mind that is ready to understand things. We beg you. Go ahead, sisters.
Yeah, so the meeting tomorrow is for everybody to tune in. Those of us from the Lower Niger area, and when I say Lower Niger, those of us from the southeast and south and some part of the Midwest. So
Yeah,
we are
Midwest is actually part of South.
South, yes.
All of us.
All of us.
And
Yeah.
others can also learn from what you're saying.
Exactly, yes. Others can also learn. The meeting ID is there, the passcode is there. It will be posted on our pages. So everybody just tune in. Tune in. As Sister Ekwe rightly said, if you don't know what to say, just keep mute. But it will be best for you to go and read the Constitutional Force Majeure so that when you come, you know what to ask. For those that are asking, why is it taking so long? Why hasn't UN done? UN is not doing anything. We've said that over and over. So go and read the Constitutional Force Majeure. It's going to help you to ask questions that you really feel like you needed to ask. So anyways, we just think, I think we are rounding up right now. It's over 2 hours. We thank our listeners. Okay, Sister Muna, we are. Yeah, so let me just say my own bit. We thank our listeners for today, and we appreciate, we said you should share, share, share. There's a reason why we're saying share these messages, because some people really, really need to listen to these messages, and it's going to help them. We are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on so many platforms. So if you cannot get to the Facebook, you can get to the YouTube and the other platforms. So go ahead, share these messages. And for our politicians, initially we've told you all to close shop. There is a reason. If you have any question, you can also tune into tomorrow's program, so that you can understand why you needed to close shop and be part of this struggle. So I think that'll be all from me. To we'll see next week. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you all people for your time. We appreciate you. We appreciate you coming every Saturday to listen and to learn. It is really very important and critical. And then share the message, please. Explain to those that have questions so that they can understand. Thank you for the teamwork. We appreciate you.
All right, thank you so much. We cannot do this without you. We keep emphasizing that we are all stakeholders, so act like one. Ask the correct questions. How is this being funded? Who are the ones running this? What role can I play? We emphasize on the three T's: the time, the talent, and the treasure. Which part are you donating towards? What part of those three T's are you able to give into this project? Remember, you're a stakeholder. This is not a fake freedom fighting registered somewhere as a franchise. That's why you can be fired and hired at any point in time. This is a movement. So you be part of this great movement so we can get to our destination. I'm even tired. I don't want to be seeing people. As you can see, I'm not even looking at the camera when I talk. I'm forcing myself to do things that I don't normally do. So the earlier we can end this madness, end this defunct federation union of death called Nigeria, the sooner we can get home. Do not worry about the worship. Hmm? Our Jehovah Jireh has an answer for the worship. Those coming in here to threaten their properties and get more money, they will see what will happen. So no shaking. So my brother that thought it's a movie now, but it's not live and direct. This is why we are here. Hmm? We are here. Your mothers are here to make sure that nobody comes here. So we'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Continue to share, share, share. We are here to do the right thing. Love you guys. Bye.